Good, beautiful afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Meister Tarot. We're still here, still going strong, having a look at the issues of today, having a bit of a chuckle every now and again, and just touching on a few things that may be of importance to you out there. What I want to read on right now. Okay, I've got my Universal Golden Tarot out. These are the ones cards I use when I'm not being entirely serious. They look spanking new. I don't use them very often. But I just wanted to have a look and a bit of a chuckle and see what Spirit had to say about me. Not about me, about this issue. I know what he thinks about me. Oh dear, sometimes, yes, I won't repeat what he sometimes thinks about me, but we seem to muddle along okay. Right, what I want to ask about today is Ted Cruz versus Big Bird. Oh dear, seriously. Taking on Big Bird, and I have to laugh when you see what the progress is undergoing. So it's now Big Bird for Texas Senate. Campaign manager is Cookie Monster. Policy manager is Ernie. I'm sure. I don't think Elmo's got a place in there yet, but I'm wondering what other roles are being filled by, Grover and Oscar the Grouch. Gosh, one has to laugh. Love the ridiculous of it all. Okay. Oh, what was Ted Cruz thinking when he took on Big Bird? What was Ted Cruz thinking? Yes, Meister, I know it's a ridiculous question to ask, but got to keep some humour in it, don't we, somewhere? What was Ted Cruz thinking when he took on Big Bird? Goodness me, being outsmarted by a 6-year-old. Okay, this is temperance, this is a rebalancing, this is moderation, this is Big Bird basically. Moderation, rebalancing, being in touch. Oh dear, staying grounded, that's Big Bird. Okay, what was Ted Cruz thinking taking on Big Bird? I don't think he was thinking at all, to be honest. He was just trying to score some political points. But let's have a look. What was Ted Cruz thinking taking on Big Bird? Go Big Bird. Okay, oh dear. Yeah, he lost that battle. 3 of Pentacles. So this is solid foundations, but this is also dark money, overseas interests, and he has some choices to make. Illusion and delusion. Need I go further? So yes, temperance has popped up on the bottom again. This is Big Bird with his moderation, his practicality, and being in the right. So, yes, Ted Cruz, what was he thinking? He was not thinking. He was not thinking, and he's found himself in a position where he has to step away, because to keep arguing with Big Bird is he'll never win. So this is Ted Cruz. He took on Big Bird and he lost. He did it for the sake of trying to stay relevant, trying to raise money. This is overseas influences, but a plan as well. So he's looking at a distant plan. I'm not quite sure. I might do a clarifier on that one. But yeah, he was deluded when he did that. So I'm just going to do a quick clarifier on what this Three of Wands means. Usually it means overseas influence. look at the Stetson, the cowboy hat of Texas on his head. What does this Three of Wands really mean in regards to Ted Cruz taking on Big Bird? What was he thinking? Just fell out. Sometimes they fling, sometimes they fall, especially these small cards. Just like big cards, they can be difficult to shuffle. So what was Ted Cruz thinking, taking on Big Bird? What was he thinking? What was he thinking? What was he thinking? What was he thinking? Right, what have I got there? Oh, okay, we've got again disappointment, but he has been made an offer. The Page of Wands, bringing a message, bringing an important message, but complete and utter downfall. Oh gosh, followed by death, and he was trying to impress the Emperor. So, Ted Cruz. Okay. My next question is, what has Big Bird taught? Because Big Bird is a teacher. Sesame Street is all about learning, and it's about your ABCs and your counting and your tolerance and getting on with your fellow people and how society works, and it's a great teaching tool. Been around since I think the late 60s, early 70s. What was the lesson from this encounter? Cruz versus Big Bird. What was the lesson from this encounter? Cruz versus Big Bird. Whoops, I've got a card in was back to front. I don't know how it got there back to front because it's not something I've read, but the Page of Swords. So this is bringing a youthful person. Now Big Bird technically is 6 years old, so it is a youthful person bringing a message of the truth. Then you've got the King of Swords. So again, another swords, an authority figure who's logical and truthful. Can also be the legal systems, can also be those in government as well. But literally these are just bringing messages of the truth, full illumination of the truth. And the Wheel of Fortune, which is, sorry, I'll just lift that slightly so you can see that a little clearer. The Wheel of Fortune, which is fake karma, but closing of a chapter and opening a new chapter. So what we had to learn from Big Bird is that it is the end of an era for, and then at the base we've got the Ace of Swords, the Sword of Truth, a new truthful beginning. So I think what's happening here is it is a new beginning and the illumination of, I hate the word alternative facts because when they're alternative they aren't actually facts. A incorrect way of looking at things, misinformation. Basically it's the exposure of how ridiculous misinformation is, and it's a new beginning of accepting the truth. Now, last question in this, and I can't resist. If it went to the polls, who would win? Big Bird or Cruz? If it went to the polls, Big Bird versus Ted Cruz, who would win the election? In an election, Big Bird versus Ted Cruz, who would win? in an election, Big Bird. Don't tell me Big Bird. Sorry. Oh, let's see what the cards say as well. Oh dear, it's just, you have to laugh. In an election for Texas, of all states, who would win, Big Bird or Ted Cruz? Who would win an election, Big Bird versus Cruz? Okay, now I'm going to have to word this. If it was an election, Big Bird versus Cruz, would Big Bird win? Oh. In Big Bird versus Cruz, would Big Bird win? Big Bird versus Cruz in an election, would Big Bird win? Oh, flinging out everywhere. There's a few too many. Oh, but I will read them. Okay. It would be chaotic. There would be chaos. But also moving forward very quickly. It would actually be a close-fought battle with lots of hard work behind the scenes. But I'll just keep asking. And here you've got an inspired figure moving forward, and the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. Closing chapter, start of new chapter, and that tells me, strangely enough, that Big Bird would win. The fact that it would be almost disbelief and chaotic, and it would be actually a hard-fought race. But this tells me the outcome would actually be Big Bird winning. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I don't think this could get any more ridiculous, but I am willing to be proven wrong. Okay, keep laughing. Love you all. Bye-bye.